We started Willowbrook Farm 17 years ago, myself and my wife Ruby. We grew up in North London, Finchley, and supported Arsenal. I went on to do my PhD in Oxford. Subsequently I was offered a post back at Oxford University, so we'd sort of moved from London to Oxford as a family, by which point we had 3 children I think. My name's Dr. Lutfi Ridwan. Welcome to Willowbrook Farm. "150, 200 years ago in farms across the UK, people would have farmed organically, they would have farmed at a small scale, they would have had mixed farming where the relationship between the animals and the crops and the rearing on the farm and even possibly the slaughter on the farm would have all been very much small scale, controllable and sustainable. We've shifted over the last 100 years to mass production in large factory settings, be that for poultry or even cattle and sheep now, and large abattoirs with a lot of transportation up and down the country. So there's so many environmental issues, and the halal industry has just fitted into that as part of that system, and we've sort of forgotten the deeper aspects of what is halal. We came to a sort of crisis point probably about 5 years before we started the farm, where we were not happy eating halal. Halal means very little. It's mostly factory farmed chicken. It's mostly mass scale slaughter in very large abattoirs. It includes a lot of chemical inputs, either in the rearing of the animals. We were prepared to go vegetarian. We looked at possibly buying organic only and saying Bismillah as we ate the food. We thought of many options. And then somehow out of the blue came the idea that we would sell our house, buy a 45-acre farm and actually rear the produce ourselves. It wasn't such a jump because I had worked a lot abroad in many rural communities. The whole family had travelled with me to Sudan, where we'd kept some animals and grown our own vegetables. We then had spent a year living in Egypt, again similarly, where we were very close and connected to the food that we were eating. We don't have an intrinsic right to treat the rest of nature as a commodity and to use nature for our own benefit, but instead it's actually an intrinsic responsibility to care for that nature, to nurture it, to manage it wisely. And this comes out very much in the concept of khilafah in the Quran, that it's mentioned many times, and in the Quran it's mentioned that we've been placed on earth as the khulafa'u fil ard, and that's used in the plural term, that not just a single khalifa, but each individual person is their own steward of nature.